Welcome to live chat. Okay. How's it going, people? Let's give the rest of the people a chance to join in here. Want to get a few people in the chat before we start. Of course, I'm just kidding. There's nobody is going to be in the chat, and no one's going to be watching this live. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying that I have the title of the world's worst live streamer, but that doesn't stop me. Live streaming is a great vehicle for just getting the word out there and touching base with people, and that's exactly what this video is about. It's been a few weeks, a month or so since I shot any new content, and the last series of videos did well from Slab City. If you haven't seen those, take a quick look. If you're on my YouTube channel, they should be down there, maybe up there, I don't know. Depends on if you're on a mobile device or a desktop. But I hope you can hear me. You can see I'm in my car. I have this little microphone here because the audio is horrible in this car. I have an older Element that I love. Cabin noise has always been a problem, but it seems to be getting worse. I think some of the rubber seals and stuff, they're wearing out, and more noise is coming in. So, thus the microphone. I hope you can hear me. I just wanted to check in and say hello. And big announcement. We hit 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody. And Mr. 1000, I think you know who you are. It was a monumental goal of mine to hit 1,000, and I think I'm a bit over that now. Over the number, not over it. And anyway, I now learn that in order to become a full-fledged YouTube channel, you need a minimum number of watch hours or shorts, and I don't have any shorts. So my watch hours are still quite below the magic number that they require. I do have some plans, hopefully in the next 4-6 weeks, some ambitious plans to do at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 really cool videos, edited, something where I go to a place kind of with a plan and shoot a bunch of stuff and record what I find. Today is not that. Today is just, we're driving along. I had to take the long cut because I live in Ojai, and we've had, LA County, Ventura County, San Diego County, the whole southwestern coastal areas have been slammed with torrential rains for the last month or so. A couple big waves. They call it an atmospheric river, and we got the brunt of it a few times. I think in the mountains we got like 11 inches of rain, which is ridiculous. It's good. It's good in some ways because the lake is 85% full now, and it was like below 30%, maybe even 20 something percent, I think. Don't quote me. But quite a big difference now with all the rainfall we've had. So that's good. And the underground water table is saturated, and there's little streams running down sidewalks because water's coming up through the ground. That's how much water's in the ground. So it's probably going to start drying out after next weekend. And that's my weather report. So I know you didn't ask for it, but my point was, because of all those rains, there was a huge landslide. I guess it's on the 150. That's a really beautiful winding mountain road that connects East Ojai to Santa Paula. And I've explored some of those areas as well. But a whole chunk of mountaintop just kind of slid down diagonally with all the trees intact. You know, the whole mountain just kind of broke free and slid down, and I'm not sure if it moved a few hundred yards, but it completely blocked the highway. That was the one road connecting Ojai to the 126 that I'm on now. So how am I on the 126, you may ask? Go ahead, you can ask. I'll tell you. I had to go all the way around. I had to go all the way down to Ventura, make a left and another left, and come back, picking up the 126 on that end and coming back through the same area I would have gone to had I just gone over the hill. It probably added about 45 minutes to my commute. And my commute today, I doubt you'll stick with me the whole 5 hours and 29 minutes, but my commute is to the Las Vegas area. And I'm going out to see my son Joey, and I miss him, and so I just had to see him just for a quick trip. We're going to hang out. I won't record anything, that's just between us. But I'm mentioning the Joey connection because that's how this whole channel sort of began. I was driving back and forth to go visit him, and I get bored, and I started taking different off-ramps to explore and shoot photography, and I was finding some weird shit, some beautiful shit, interesting shit, and then I saw one of the vlog channels on YouTube. I think it was Matthew Posa or something, P-O-S-A, and he was a camper and a fisherman, and you know, he would pack very lightly and go on these multi-day journeys in horrible freezing conditions, and he'd catch food and he'd build shelters, and he'd have a dog with him or a couple dogs, and he's a pretty funny guy. I haven't watched his channel in a while, but I'm sure it's still around. And anyway, I was watching that and saying, you know, that's kind of interesting, you know, and some of these places that I have been going to photography, I thought it could be interesting to videotape what I'm seeing and kind of the process of finding these hidden oases. If anyone knows the plural of oasis, let me know. Write it in the comments. Anyway, so I started videotaping my journey home from Vegas one day, and I think I stopped at a Chinese restaurant. I thought it'd be very bold. You know, I said, who would eat Chinese food in the middle of the desert? And I was wrong, because there's apparently a lot of Chinese restaurants out in the desert, because back in the day when the Chinese first came to America and they were taking jobs, you know, on the railroads or gold mines and stuff like that, they would pick up whatever job the white workers didn't want to do, or even the black workers didn't want to do, and so they would sort of start congregating in different communities, and they spoke a different language, and sometimes they were persecuted, and sometimes they were murdered or beaten. So they hung together, and they didn't really trust a lot of other people. And the restaurant system that they created was kind of like the Underground Railroad in the South. There's a network of restaurants up and down California that provided jobs for new immigrants, and you know, a safe place for people to, for Chinese people to hang out together, share their resources and get ahead financially. And look where it's gotten them. They're, per capita, I think they're some of the most successful people right now in California. So good for you, Chinese people. Anyway, on that note, I was driving home from Vegas and I Googled Chinese restaurants near me, and I found, I think the Golden China, I think it was, Bakersfield. And the food was decent. I gotta say, I didn't die. Obviously, I'm still here. I didn't vomit or get diarrhea. It was tasty. Maybe not as good as some of the other higher end Chinese restaurants I've been to in my life, but man, it did the job. That they did a good job. And if you don't like Chinese food, I think Golden China also sells burgers and fries and stuff. I think they have to stay in business where they are. So that was episode 1 or volume 1, and from there I started learning, getting more into it and figuring out audio. I think at some point, I think episode 6 or 7, I got a drone, which I still really don't know how to fly that well, but it still flies, so I still have it. Things have been good. We got to 1,000 subscribers, and we're very grateful, and I thank all of you. I really do. I really appreciate you. But I wanted to check in and let you know that I'm alive, and that I'm, got some cool things planned. If you have ideas or suggestions, be nice. Put them in the comments section. Any tips? If you're in the desert and you have an interesting story you want to tell and want me to come and interview you, throw it out there. I can't say I will, but I'm up for suggestions. That's for sure. Okay then. Now that being said, I've been blabbering away for a while now, and we talked about the landslide, the detour, Joey hitting 1,000 subscribers. Last video, actually, I got to do another shout out to Angie and Cornelius, both from Slab City. Angie has a channel called My So-Called Slab Life, and Cornelius Van Gogh has a channel called Cornelius Van Gogh. Both people are wonderful human beings. I consider them very good friends. We're not longtime friends, but they're great people, and I feel like, I'm very affectionate towards them. They're good souls. So check them out. While you're at it, you might as well check out the other 2 people I ran into on my last series of videos. I met a bunch of YouTubers last time. It's kind of funny. I met SoberDude7 and a guy named Into the Sunset. His real name is Mark, and his nickname is Elvis Boy, but he has a channel called Into the Sunset. So check out him, check out SoberDude7, and obviously Angie and Cornelius. And I am hoping to get back to Slab City again in a week or 2, because there's a couple other people that I've interacted with, talked with, chatted with. I feel like they're friends, and I want to go hang out with them. I got Kaz, I got Mad Mac, I want to finally meet Dot. I'm hoping Wanda is going to be there. What's up, Wanda? And Wanna Wander is her name. So all that's on my to-do list. I'm hoping to do eventually, maybe not in a couple weeks, but I want to do a Route 66 tour. Not the whole thing. I'm not going to go all the way to Chicago, but you know, maybe the western end of it. That would probably be a multi-day exploration, and I'd probably have to make a bunch of videos out of it. And I want to do something on Manzanar. Hoping to go back to Bombay Beach soon as well. I've kicked the idea around of maybe bringing my son with me to the Nelson Ghost Town. Live stream, which I'm gonna do. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I hope to see you in the next edited video.